Hey everyone, welcome to Day Deal on Display. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Qmadix Vibe Flex Gel cover for the HTC One X. You are more than welcome to check out the Vibe Flex Gel cover at any time over at its official website that is located at www.qmadix.com. As always, you're also welcome to check it out at our own website as well at www.daydeal.com. Let's go and get this video rolling by giving you the unofficial measurements for the Vibe Flex Gel cover, and here they are. Starting with the weight of the cover is going to be at 25 grams, pretty lightweight stuff. Its length 139 millimeters, its width 74.5 millimeters, and its depth at 13 millimeters. This net change is going to be 4.2 millimeters to the length, 4.6 millimeters to the width, and 4.1 millimeters to the depth of the original dimensions of the HTC One X. Now, some of you out there may be scratching your head wondering why the depth of the case is at 13 millimeters. Well, we did measure it at the thickest part, and that includes the hardened ring around the camera lens area, which is where I'm pointing at right there. That actually sticks out quite a bit, and that's why its depth is at 13 millimeters. So hopefully you find all of that information useful. Now, Qmadix is one of those companies that a long time ago we tried to blow up as much as possible, and we still do, because it's one of those brands we think that are up and coming. They make a lot of great products. Everyone that has come across one of their cases or covers at some point in time has said, wow, this is a really great product. Why isn't it getting much more attention? You don't have to take my word for it. Check out other reviews online whenever possible. And the same thing can be said today for the Vibe Flex Gel cover. Now, this isn't necessarily a product exclusive to the HTC One X. It's actually been around for a while now. It's been out for different phones, but what's really nice about it is that sometimes it looks the way it looks right now. Sometimes it looks a little bit different depending on the phone, so that is kind of cool. Qmadix always likes to keep things fresh. Now, this case is currently available in two colors, black and Purple Orchid. Both look absolutely astounding, and we have those two colors in front of us today. We will be demonstrating the normal black color on our dummy version of the HTC One X in just a moment. One color that is not yet released, and we're very sad not to have it in today's video, but of course we can't because it's not yet released. That will be coming out in the future, so please pay attention to that if you're interested, is the white version of the Vibe Flex Gel cover. Okay, so find that at the official site, qmadix.com, our own site as well at daydeal.com when we have it available. Moving forward, let's go ahead and show you what the Vibe Flex Gel is all about. So this is a hybrid cover through and through. This is not a layered case. It does not consist of multiple layers. You can't take apart anything. What you see is what you get, and everything is stuck together. This is essentially a back cover. Okay, I don't really want to just call it a back cover, however, because it does actually protect the corners and the sides quite well. Reasons being is because the materials that the sides and the corners are made of is TPU, okay, thermoplastic polyurethane. I always do the same speech every time I talk about that material, so I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to save you guys some time. If you need to look it up, Wikipedia is your friend, Google is your friend. Very popular material used in cell phone accessories nowadays. That's all you need to know. And the sensor, that is actually made of your standard run-of-the-mill polycarbonate plastic. It's nice and hard. It's nice and durable. There's a edge around the camera lens opening, okay, that actually sticks out quite a bit. I mentioned this in the talk about the measurements for the case. Okay, so I'm trying to give you a side shot and show you what I'm talking about. We actually personally like this design because when you rest your phone on its back, the natural resting position, it's nice to have that camera lens well elevated up from anything, okay, because you don't want muck to be accumulating on your camera lens. Now, other than that, pretty straightforward for a product. We think it looks great, but it doesn't come with a screen protector. For those of you who are curious if this includes one, unfortunately it does not. It also doesn't include any other attachments, okay? It doesn't have a built-in kickstand, any of that jazz, etc., stuff like that. It is a pretty straightforward cover, and weighing in at 25 grams, you can expect as much. So let's go ahead and put this on our dummy version of the HTC One X. We have a nice, lovely white dummy version of that. Slides onto the phone very easily like so, and that's how it looks, guys. Pretty straightforward stuff. So let's go and give you a 360 tour, starting with the front of the phone. So I'm actually going to move these retail packages out of the way for just a moment. That way the camera will focus correctly. There we go. So let's go and give you a front angled shot right there. You'll notice that the Vibe Flex Gel does create a nice lip for the screen. Okay, it's not the biggest lip in the world, but it does do its job. Let's go and zoom in a little bit closer. There we go. So having a lip on a case or cover does a couple of things for you. First and foremost, if you happen to rest your phone on its face for whatever reason, by accident or on purpose, it's going to keep it slightly elevated up and away from the surface you're resting it against, which is always a good thing. Second is, of course, if you happen to drop your phone, you want to have something in between the screen as well as the surface you are going to be impacting it against, and that's what a lip does for you. Okay, of course, is it foolproof? Is it 100% protection? Of course not. Okay, that's what a full body case is meant for. We would say that if you want some more protection for your screen, use this in conjunction with a screen protector and you should be good to go. You can use any brand that you buy yourself, because you notice that the Vibe Flex Gel cover does not actually cover much of the black bezeled edge area. It actually hardly covers it at all. And let me go and pull it out to show you proof of concept that the fit of the Vibe Flex Gel cover is admittedly a little bit loose, but that is a good thing as far as screen protectors go. Alright, the top and bottoms are tight, but the sides are a little bit loose, and it is one of the negative things we do have to knock up on the Vibe Flex Gel cover, but we're not going to hold it against them too much. So moving on to the top, that's going to show you the openings. Let's go and flip it around. One is for the power button, as well as one is for the audio jack and the noise cancellation microphone. They're nice and large. Okay, this opening will accommodate all type of connector tips, straight as well as angled. If you have an angled connector tip, just make sure that wire protrusion faces towards the rear of the case, and you'll be fine. And the power button itself is a little bit self-explanatory. Okay, the opening for that is tapered. You should still be able to press it. Moving on to this side, we have an opening for the USB port. Nice and large, should accommodate all type of connector tips. Moving on to the other side, opening for the volume up and down rocker switch. That also has a comfortably designed tapered cutout, so that means if you rest it in the palm of your hands, you can still use your thumb. You don't have to claw it or do this or anything of that nature. Moving on to the back, show you the beautiful design of the Vibe Flex Gel. It has a completely translucent back, so you can see all the logos on your phone. If you have the white version, it looks really, really cool. Opening for the built-in speaker, camera lens that we mentioned, and the flash, of course. And that is it, guys, for the Vibe Flex Gel cover on the HTC One X. So let's go and move the retail packages back into view. Let my camera do its thing, focus correctly, and give you our closing thoughts and comments about this product. Now, you notice at the beginning of the video we gave you the dimensions of the cover, okay, and remember that this weighs in at 25 grams, which makes it pretty light, so we consider this a light-duty case or cover for your phone. This is a hybrid cover, right? So it's not a layered case, which means that it's comprised of a bunch of different materials put together to act as one piece. And this type of design we like for its simplicity. It's very easy to put on the phone. It's very easy to take off the phone. So it is something that we would recommend for a dock or cradle lover. If you happen to have one for your HTC One X already, then this is one of those accessories that will be friendly to you, because you can take it off the phone and put it back on the fly very easily. It's not something you have to mess around with. That being said, we felt that the fit on the HTC One X was a little bit loose along the sides. As you can see right here, I can bowl those out quite easily. Okay, it's not the end of the world. It's a nice fit. However, stuff may accumulate up on the sides, and if you put this in your pocket along with other stuff, sometimes things do get wedged in there, and that can be a negative thing. Okay, so we do have to bring it out, because that's what we do here. We want to call it as it is. Other than that, the openings are appropriate. Audio jack connectors are fine, and we really like the look of this cover, so we think it's both an aesthetically pleasing accessory, and we also think it's a very functional accessory in terms of light duty protection. Obviously, if you need more protection for your HTC One X, look at something a little bit bigger. This is not going to protect from severe drops. It's just kind of there for peace of mind. For casual use is what we would recommend for people out there that feel like they're accident prone or they need to protect their phone a little bit more severely. Then you might want to look at something else, because this is definitely a light duty case, and that is it. So check it out at Qmadix.com. Check it out on our own site as well at Daydio.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and our Pinterest board. Thanks for watching as always, guys. We will see you in next video review.